Hello, tickets today, please.
From Stepford Central to Lynn by the Sea.
Up the steppies!
Saturday night, Central.
To the smaller stations, the railway is a lifeline for Stepford County.
Customer satisfaction, that's our destination.
But the system is under pressure as never before.
Got a Victoria service cancelled, an airport service cancelled, and a central service cancelled. Hooray!
And staff are in the firing line.
Move down the train so everyone can get on! Let people off first!
Well, the worst thing that could happen is violence. It's happened before, it'll happen again.
I'd sack everyone from top to bottom as an utter shambles.
Now, cameras have been allowed behind the scenes.
Oh, for goodness sake.
At the company that runs some of the busiest and most crowded trains in Stepford, Stepford Connect.
Get back here now!
Excuse me? Absolutely no need for that.
Filmed during a make or break year,
we're expanding our fleet during 2024. For Connect, this is the biggest thing we've ever done.
It's gonna go right. It's got to. It has to.
This is the inside story of what it really takes to run a railway.
The tunnels are flooded, nothing's moving out of Lynn.
I can confirm that the two kids are still on the tracks.
And get the county back on track.
We all deliver. For Stepford.
This time,
evening fellas.
Station staff deal with an intoxicated passenger at the end of a shift.
We've got more people than ever travelling on rail.
And we dive deep into the newest member of the Stepford Connect fleet. It's a warm Thursday evening at a peaceful Benton station. And as services wind down for the day, duty supervisor Nathan Bloomfield prepares to finish his evening shift, along with fellow station manager Hannah Winters.
It's well hot today. Towards the weekend it rise up to 35 degrees. Then 36 and so on. Just too hot. When it gets to autumn, it'll be nicer. But hear me out, right? Summer is the worst season of the year, especially when you're sat in a hot office all day watching all of the passengers go throughout the day.
You're off it, you. Who in their bright mind thinks summer's the worst season? I'm whizzing off to Storylot with my fiancé this Saturday. The weather in the south of Stepford's beautiful at summer.
Is it? I've actually never been down there. I've heard about them building a new line down to Rayleigh though. Good on you.
Yeah, should be open soon. Tom hates driving to Rayleigh when we go and see his nan. With it open, all the pressure's off.
Not again. Is it him again?
Hope not. People these days.
But before they can sign off from their shift, they must deal with one last rowdy passenger who might have had a pint too many.
Oi, oi! Don't smash that! What are you doing?
Rob, we've already had this talk before.
Evening fellas, have you seen the match between Stepford United and Milcastle Elm? Glorious from joining their hits into the back of the net to win it for us.
It appears that the man has run into Hannah and Nathan before, and this is no exception. Before more trouble is caused, Nathan tells the man to leave.
Listen mate, we've already told you about pints in public, and we don't want any more trouble. So do us a favour, and please leave the station.
Who do you think you're talking to? Oh, you've got nice shoes, eh, love? Give us a snap.
Sorry, can you not? I'm engaged, thanks.
Please don't harass my colleague like that. You've clearly had too much drink yet again.
Cheer up, love, it's Friday tomorrow. You can go out with the lasses, can't you? For a fit guy like you.
Excuse me? Absolutely no need for that. You're gonna have to come with us.
On the other side of Stepford, Stepford Connect is continuing to roll out its new fleet of electric Class 385 units built by Hitachi.
So we've already seen delivery of 15 new 4-car Class 385 units from Hitachi over the past 6 months, as well as 23 car units that will operate on the various electrified lines across the county, primarily the lines to here in Willowfield, to Whitefield, and all the way down to West Wyvern on the main line.
The trains are similar to the Class 800, 801 and 802 units already in use on other operators like Stepford Express and Airlink, and have been delivered from the manufacturing facility in Newton Aycliffe to the maintenance depots at Willerfield and Famia Green.
It's a big investment for us really. We've got more people than ever travelling on rail, and of course, it's always important that we, as an operator, can meet that demand. So these trains operate with pantograph, your usual 25 kV AC, 100 miles per hour, and even up to 280 seats on board, with plenty of room to accommodate standing passengers. Powerful acceleration, much faster than most of our older units like the Class 365 for example.
Currently, 5 trains have been put into revenue service by Stepford Connect, who are conducting final trial runs across the network for the remainder of the fleet to ensure that everything is in working order. Phil then gives us a sneak peek of a test train about to leave for Berrily before returning back to Willerfield.
Right, so in here, as you can see, plenty of table seats, as these trains are designed to operate longer and faster regional services. We've got an accessible toilet here as well, some fold-up seats, and we even have more table seats down here.
Phil even takes us straight into the cab to get a glimpse of the experience on the driver's side.
Welcome to the cab. As you can see, a nice big screen there containing the train monitoring system, speed, etc. It's all in one place for the driver to see and act at their fingertips. There's a few monitors by the side as well, and there's a spare seat on the right as well, if it needs to be used. The driver response to these trains is fantastic. They're fast, smooth, and the controls are easy to use. We've designed these trains in response to feedback obtained from them, and we're happy that there's been a positive outcome overall. We've also taken feedback from many passengers as well, many asking for more table seats, smoother ride quality, etc. The trains also have gangway connectors at both ends if we need to run double unit services to meet capacity demand. A few units are already in service, and the passenger response has also exceeded our expectations, so it's happy days all around for the entire team.
I live in Whitefield and I usually commute into the city for work. I found the older trains to be actually quite bumpy and actually quite unreliable, as they would break down quite a lot. And oh my god, these new trains are so much better. More seats, a smoother ride, and, well, less cancellations.
The older Sprinter trains that I took to see my nan who lives in Westercus were so noisy and overcrowded. I think it's a positive thing that Stepford Connect have introduced these newer and more modern trains to free us from the misery of a bumpy old Sprinter train, and it's right that they did so.
The cranky networkers weren't worth my emeralds. These newer trains are way more comfortable.
Stepford East, St Helens Bridge, New Harrow, Ellesmere Pond.
Still to come.
Get off me!
A drunken passenger is escorted out of Benton.
We've got a new branch opening, hooray!
And it's a significant day for communities in Rayleigh as their rail service is restored. Back at Benton, 2 station staff at the end of their shift deal with a passenger on the drink and have decided to escort him out of the station after a few inappropriate advances.
Excuse me? Absolutely no need for that. You're gonna have to come with us.
Oi! Get off me!
You've had your chances, Rob. We're taking you outside.
Who do you think you're touching there? Get off your dials!
Right, listen mate. We don't get paid to escort people like you at the station just because they're being a total idiot.
Who you
right?
calling an idiot?
Let me finish. So please, do us a favour. You are never to return to this station ever again, unless you're making a journey. Does that sound fair?
What are you gonna do about it, eh? Call the police, yeah?
We can call the police, yes.
Go on then.
You know it's an offence to drink alcohol in a public place like this.
So what, eh?
You'll be taken away and charged in court. And you don't want that to happen.
Who cares anyway? The Steppies were gonna win the league for us. Up the Steppies, fuck Newcastle and f***ing shit.
Do not come back again or we will be getting a transport, please.
Get the police on me all you want, love. I don't f***ing care who is. Ba 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 ba. Up the Steppies, ba 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 ba. Up the Steppies, ba 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 ba.
Why was he even here in the first place?
Probably wanted to give us a kiss again, considering he loves running into us.
Absolute freak. Glad we've banned him from here now.
I have a feeling this won't be our last run-in with him.
swear, does this happen regularly?
Well, he's been in here twice now. First time was actually last week. He just ran in, screaming, top naked whilst drunk, and we had to get the others to help us restrain him and escort him out. Second time was 3 days ago, rubbing his belly on the glass. He seemed a bit more peaceful today though, but now we've had a mess in the ticket machine area, so we'll have to get that cleaned up. Nightmare.
It's a real shame that we have people acting like this. Like, I understand that you're happy, but you can't just enter a station bare-chested while on a drink, can you? Not only does it disturb the passengers, it means more work for us to deal with you. Some people just need to show some respect.
In the southeast of the county, senior staff are preparing for the opening of the new Rayleigh Bay branch.
So today's a big day for us all here today. We've got a new branch opening, hooray!
The section of track between Edgemead and Rayleigh was closed in the 1960s under the infamous cuts of Dr. Beeching. Now, thanks to local campaigns along the route and funding from the UK government's Restoring Your Railway Fund, the railway has been restored and reopened under Stepford Connect, albeit with a nod to heritage.
So we've decided to replace and restore the semaphore signalling that was originally in use on the line. The reason we've done this is to allow us to reminisce on the bygone eras of the railway back then, and also because they're mechanical, so there's less software and there's less signal failures. We've had to add extra points to Edgemead, replace the track on the whole line, and build newer and longer platforms at Rayleigh Bay, since Stepford Express have agreed with us to run longer and faster trains to Lynn by the Sea in conjunction with our new services. It's a massive project and I'm happy to see the completion of it.
Meanwhile at Rayleigh Bay, avid train spotters and the local community have gathered at the station to await the arrival of their first rail service linking them to Lynn by the Sea and Leighton in over 60 years.
So, first service in 60 years. Honestly, amazing. I can take my 47 kids to fun fairs at North Shore without having to take the crowded bus services.
Just got down here from Storylock to see Tom's Nam. It really looks splendid down here. Got work tomorrow, so might as well hop on here.
Usually I drive to Millcastle to watch Millcastle Town play in the County Cup, but I've been done too many times for drink driving after the match, so the train seems like the better option.
Oh, it's amazing to see a rail service return to Rayleigh and Connolly after the closure in the 1960s. Many of my constituents have been campaigning locally for the rail service to return here for many years now. I've even had letters from them. It's right that the government has funded this project, and now that this will help towards not only our socio-economic development in the constituency, but also to our environmental development as we promote greener modes of transport.
Eventually, the first train arrives.
Rayleigh Bay. This train terminates here. All change, please. Thank you for travelling with us today.
Thank you all for coming today in the sunshine. 60 years ago, you were all isolated. That ends today. At Stepford Connect, we are putting you guys on the map. To Lynn, to West Wyvern, to Leighton. No longer do you have to be alone, because the age of the train restarts today, greener and more efficient than ever before. So, I declare the Edgemead to Rayleigh Bay branch open! It's always amazing to see the community response to these sorts of things. Not only does this increase social mobility locally, but it also helps to increase capacity and the frequency of our services on the Stepford main line down to Lynn, especially at a time when passenger numbers are at a high for us. So it eases the pressure for us at Stepford Connect as a whole, while ensuring we can provide a reliable and comfortable passenger service and experience.
Next time...
What a nightmare.
Services grind to a halt as Storm John hits Leighton.
3 Sierra 42, have you passed signal Delta 017 at danger?
A signal past at danger incident causes moderate delays.
Beats working in the office any day.
And we follow a training driver working towards final qualification.